What's up, Macadine family and listening audience? I'm going to go into three major ways that the Nation of Islam makes simps out of all of its male members, or at the very least, attempts to make simps out of them. One way is whenever you go and become a member of the Nation of Islam and you are interested in a woman, a sister that's on the other side that you can see is single, you have to go through what they call is protocol. You have to go to the captain, then that captain, the man, has to go to the female captain on the sister side, and she supposedly goes to that sister, lets her know, and then brings back the answer. But what's crazy about that, a lot of times that message doesn't get to that sister because that miserable woman who's in the captain position who got the message never gave it to her. See, that's the shit that takes place. And that's one of the major reasons why I never, when I was interested in a woman, ever went through one of those miserable ass sisters. And for those of you who are not familiar with this book, it's a great book written by a brother by the name of Sterling Hobbs called The Black Angels. And it's actually a tale based on reality. And this brother obviously was in the Nation of Islam, and he covers something very, very significant that relates to what I'm dealing with or talking about in regards to the sisters. And this is regarding the secretaries of Elijah Muhammad back in the 70s, who actually were those who received the letters from the believers and would give them, read them, proofread them, give them to Elijah Muhammad with an answer. He'll sign off, send them out. But this in particular time, a third party sister is observing with what these two sisters by the name of Nancy and Rosalind did in regards to a brother by the name of Alonzo 21X, who wrote a letter to Elijah Muhammad. And let me quote what he said. Rosalind and Nancy gets the letter, and the letter reads, "Dear Holy Apostle, my wife is giving me much trouble. She keeps staying out late at night, and I know good Muslim sisters are not supposed to act like that. I don't know what to do. I love her, and I don't want a divorce. But I feel like I'm getting disrespected around the house. Please help me, dear Holy Apostle. We have 3 children. Well, they were hers. But now that we're married, I feel like they're mine too. Assalamu alaikum, brother Alonzo 21X." Already a beta male, probably a gamma male, dealing with a sister who already had several children by another man, who's obviously in the streets messing with other men. So, he writes Elijah Muhammad for help. And Nancy and Rosalind intercept the letter. They're laughing violently. Rosalind said, "Honey, here's how you answer this." She spread her massive buttocks over Gwen's chair and began typing on her typewriter. "Dear brother," she wrote, "obviously you have the disease of hypocrisy in your heart. Your hypocrisy has blinded you to the fact that your wife has suffered many hardships and should not be treated like a prisoner by you. Allah has blessed you with a good wife, and you should show your appreciation by trusting her. Pray, brother, that Allah saves you from being few for the fire. Assalamu alaikum, Elijah Muhammad, messenger of Allah. She signed the messenger's name. Then she and Nancy convulsed with laughter. Nancy said, wait till that fool gets this. He'll probably cut his wrists. Damn fool. So, point I'm making is, no real man goes through another man or women for the woman that he desires. That's some real simp shit. Real simp shit. And if you're not trying to be a simp, I advise you not to go that route. Because more than likely, you're going to run into that type of problem with these disgruntled, single, overweight Muslimas who, like the women on the street, are average 187 pounds as well. Number 2, in the Nation of Islam, you can't name yourself. You have to wait 30 or 40 years before you can get a Muslim name from your leader and teacher, who might not even know you. You could have been laboring in Alabama under the radar for years, and you're still walking around like a brother who recently died by the name of Charles 67X. Whenever you have a number before your name or before the X, it represents that in the mosque that you're in, there's several people with that same name who got their X before you. So if there's 5 Charleses in your mosque who got their X before you, you would be Charles 6X. Like that brother was Charles 67X, because there were 66 other brothers in Chicago who had their X before him. And he went years and decades without getting a so-called holy name, because he didn't have the balls to name himself. Another symptom of being a simp. And the third one, which is paramount. Your Quran, in the 4th surah, 3rd verse, gives all believers, all men of means, the permission from your God to have at least 4 wives. Because in other chapters it says you can have as many as your right hand possess. But that's another subject. But it says you can have 4 wives, and the believer kisses this book from cover to cover, because everything in this book is believed to be the truth, including having 4 wives. So why is it that you, as a man who has been a believer for 40 and 50 years, haven't taken on more than 1 wife, when your Quran says that you can? Because your leader, who has taken on more than 1 wife, as his leader before him took more than 1 wife, doesn't allow you to take more than 1 wife, as your holy book says that you're allowed to do. And the excuse is, oh, you're not ready for that. You're not ready yet. You have more growing to do, because you'll abuse it while they're running through all the women that come through the mosque, having it their way like Burger King, with all the women that they desire, while you're miserable with the one that you never even desired, because the one that you desired was intercepted by the haters on both sides of the fence, because that captain, that brother captain that you went to asking for permission, wanted her as well. Then when the message got to the sister, she didn't want you to have her, so you lost on both ends of the stick. So that's 3 major ways that you are both pimped and simped in the Nation of Islam and religion in general. So wake up and get your copy when you get a chance. of the Macadine, the Book of the Kings, that takes you out of the mindset of being a fooler, a tool and a fool for these leaders and cheaters. Peace.